Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. We got a great episode for you today, but first off, I appreciate you tuning in to the first interactive sports podcast, a community that makes sure your voice is heard. So if you hear something you agree with, you disagree with, you like, you dislike, go ahead, shoot us a call, 219-413-9405. Let's get into it, man. All right, look, we got a great episode for y'all today. A lot of different things. As I mentioned, it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs, so it's really getting down and dirty today. If you win, you stay in. If you lose, you go home and you snooze. But some good matchups. I talked about a few of the other matchups that we had early on in the week, but now it's time for the Detroit Lions and the LA Rams. Man, this is a well-anticipated game right here. Everybody's talking about the story of the game, which is Matthew Stafford returns to Detroit, and Jared Goff is playing his old team in the Los Angeles Rams. These two quarterbacks, they swapped teams in 2021 in a trade. And another interesting thing right here is why it means so much to the Lions is that they haven't won a playoff game since 1992, damn it. So they are dying to win this game. And I mean, Lions fans know what's up with Stafford is coming to town because they know what he could bring. They know what he was really about, man, because even though they didn't win a playoff game since 1992, Stafford was a bad boy in Detroit. He just never got the help. He never got the recognition he deserved because there weren't pieces surrounding him. So he had no offensive line. He had no defense to really hold the lead. He had no run game. It was just him and Megatron out there making plays. So that's what makes it tough, and that's tough for any quarterback to thrive in, but that is long gone. The Los Angeles Rams is a completely different team. They have a nice squad over there. And here's a couple things that need to happen in order for any of these teams to be successful. So right off the bat, I got to let you guys know, Rams have been absolutely hot lately. Like on a torch. They've been on a tear. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and they've won 7 of their last 8 games to finish out the regular season. So these boys have been balling, and the thing here that would really help the Rams in this matchup going against the Detroit Lions is taking advantage of the Lions secondary. Rams have to expose the lack of stability in the Lions secondary right now. Lions, they've been struggling. They're not that good when protecting the deep ball. They have a hell of a defensive line. They have some great linebackers, so they can protect the ball and defend the run. But when it comes to catching balls overhead and protecting the deep threat, protecting the deep pass, they are not that good in doing that. So I would definitely say Rams have to exploit that. I think it's very possible with Cooper Kupp. And considering the guy they have at quarterback, Matthew Stafford, it definitely can happen. For both teams here, they have a solid run defense and guys who can make big plays on the defensive end, meaning linebackers and defensive linemen. So I don't think running the ball is going to be a key focus here. I'm anticipating an airstrike on both sides of the ball. So for the Lions, I would definitely give a similar breakdown as well. Definitely toss that ball up, try and exploit the secondary back there for the Rams as well. I'm sure the Lions will try and run and pound the ball downfield each time, at least throughout the drive, because that's a big part of their offense. They thrive because they run the ball so well. So I'm expecting them to do that, but it will be difficult to do that against the Rams because the Rams have such a solid defensive line. Now, putting it this way, because I'm anticipating an airstrike, I trust the Rams defense, more than the Lions this game. I think the Lions have a better defense. I think the Lions are the better defensive team. But the reason I say I trust the Rams defense to win this ball game is because they've played against Jared Goff in practice after practice. They've experienced Jared Goff every single week for multiple years. They've played Jared Goff. I trust the Rams defense to exploit Jared Goff because they're well familiar with his game. They're very well familiar with his style of play. They know what throws make him uncomfortable. They know what throws make him comfortable. They know what things in the pocket and how to pressure him in certain ways to make that man make mistakes. They've played against him. They've prepped against him. They practiced against this guy. And damn it, they've strategized to make this guy thrive season after season. So Sean McVay, who's the head coach of the Rams, he has the upper hand here. He has the upper hand. He knows a lot about the quarterback that he's facing because he helped this quarterback elevate his game to a particular standpoint and to a particular skill set that he has now. So besides Stafford being the gunslinger that he is, I have a lot of faith in him to convert on these third downs and these third and longs and these clutch situations. I also have a lot of faith in that Rams defense to really buckle down and lock Jared Goff up because they've known him. They're well familiar with his game. They practiced against him. So I think that is a huge advantage for the Rams, and that's something that really, really scares me when I'm talking about these two teams going up against each other here because Lions don't have that type of advantage. And it's tough. Jared Goff is good. He can throw. He's been playing great so far this season. But I don't think I trust him in the clutch like I trust Matthew Stafford. I'm picking Stafford each time. I don't really trust Jared Goff to convert on these third and longs like I trust Matthew Stafford to do late down the game. But, you know, he's in a pretty good situation because he has a good team. And it can go either way. It'll be tough. Obviously, Lions, they will need Sam Laporta. Man, he's going to be huge and a huge help for the Lions if he is actually healthy. He injured his knee and he's still on a day-to-day. They're still saying he's questionable, so they don't know if he's actually going to play. But Sam Laporta would help the Lions a lot because he's just a big playmaker that can help some explosive plays on the offensive end. And Lions are damn sure going to need that if they want to pull this game off. They've done good protecting home field throughout the season, 6-2. Like they look good. It'll be good. I know Detroit is going to bring it in the playoffs. The intensity is going to be off the roof. Man, I wish I could go to that game. I know it's crazy, but ultimately I'm going to go with the hot hand here and choosing the Rams to win this game because they've literally been on a tear. They've been beating teams, man. 7 out of their last 8 games is just insane. So that momentum is a huge force, and I think it will carry over onto this game in Detroit. However, I would love to see the Lions win, and I'm hoping the Lions win because they deserve it, man. I need the true hometown team to get the win for this Sunday. Yeah, they play Sunday, so it'll be interesting to see. But look, I got a side note here for you. I got to tell you, bro, look, prioritize yourself, all right? Prioritize yourself in the workplace. That's what I'm more so referring to. I know it's a lot of different things that could, refer to, but I'm saying prioritize yourself in the workplace, bro. We've seen 3 Hall of Fame coaches retire pretty much like 3 to 4 days ago. And a lot of these coaches have already been replaced, bro. 2 of the 3 coaches have been replaced, and the third one is about to be replaced very, very soon. The Patriots, they fired Bill Belichick, or they parted ways with Bill Belichick, and they replaced him already. Bama, they parted ways with Nick Saban because he retired. They replaced him already. Pete Carroll, he's soon going to be replaced as well because he parted ways with the Seattle Seahawks. So the moral of the story here is just, bro, prioritize yourself because at the end of the day, they will replace you. I'm going to tell you that right now. In the workplace, they're going to tell you, oh, he was a great worker. He did this. He was good at his job. But at the end of the day, they are going to replace you. My grandmother used to say all the time, work will always be there. Don't worry about it because at the end of the day, it's just that he's a good employee. If you die on the job, he's a good employee, but they're going to be looking for somebody to replace your ass the next few days. So I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to leave you with this before we get to the news. Take that extra day off you need. Prioritize yourself, ask for the raise, do whatever you got to do to make yourself feel appreciated and in the workplace because you deserve it. And then on top of all of that, be legendary. If you've been having an idea or something in mind that you want to capitalize on, be legendary, bro. Go put that plan into motion and make that thing happen, bro. Be great and reach your full potential because I know you have it in you. Just the same way I'm trying to build up this courage and do this thing on my own. I know you can do it on your own because, damn it, if I can do it, then damn it, you can do it. So I'm going to tell you that, and I'm going to leave you with that, and then we're going to take a break. It's halftime. We're going to get to the news, and we'll be right back. It's halftime, baby. right, let's get into it, man. News for the run. NBA. There's a lot of trade rumors going on right now. The Atlanta Hawks, they're looking to move their point guard, DeJounte Murray. And the Los Angeles Lakers and the New York Knicks are said to be potential suitors as of now, if that trade does happen. The Golden State Warriors, they're looking for new guys as of now. Shams from The Athletic reported that everyone is on the table in trade talks besides Stephen Curry. Moving over to the NFL, the New England Patriots, they've hired a new head coach after parting ways with Bill Belichick. Former Patriots player and linebacker coach Gerard Mayo will now take over as the youngest head coach in the NFL at age 37. And according to NFL insider Ian Rappaport, it was written in contractual agreement that Gerard Mayo would be the next head coach if Bill Belichick were to leave. So that's pretty interesting that that's exactly how it played out, despite all the other rumors of this guy being a head coach for the Patriots. Now, the Seattle Seahawks head coach, Pete Carroll, who officially retired just a few days ago, is now open to continuing coaching elsewhere in the latest of reports. And going over to college football, University of Alabama has hired Kalen DeBoer as their new head coach after Nick Saban has retired. DeBoer was the latest coach at the University of Washington, who recently played in the national championship game. Now, top quarterback prospect is hesitant on the NFL draft. Caleb Williams says he wants assurances that the Chicago Bears will trade their number one pick before he declares for the NFL draft. Williams and his camp have absolutely no interest in playing for the Chicago Bears. And that's okay, because you know what? We don't really want you either, bro. We got our quarterback. I'll put it that way. And a couple of good games to watch over at the NFL. The Chiefs, they'll play the Dolphins in Kansas City tomorrow. The Texans, they'll play the Cleveland Browns in Houston tomorrow, this upcoming Saturday. And the Lions, they'll play the Rams this Sunday in Detroit. The Steelers, they got the Bills on the clock. I'm riding with the Bills to win that one. I don't really have too much to say, but Bills have been wishy-washy, but I still think the Bills will end up winning that game there. It's kind of no doubt in my mind about that, so I'm not even going to get too much into that after the news. And then the Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers will face off here in Dallas. I'm anticipating watching this game here. This is going to be super cool to look at because the Green Bay Packers, they have won 9 of the last 10 matchups against the Dallas Cowboys. So history is for sure on their side, but the better team will end up winning. The better team here is the Dallas Cowboys. Let's just be straightforward about it. And I think the Dallas Cowboys are the better team all around personnel-wise, in position. Each position on the field, the Dallas Cowboys are the better team. So to me, it is absolutely no reason the Dallas Cowboys should not win this game. There's no reason they should lose this game because Jordan Love, the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, he's inexperienced in the playoffs. He's a rookie quarterback and starting as a quarterback. So he hasn't played in the playoffs at all. So I'm not anticipating him to really come out here slinging a rock and being that dominant quarterback that we kind of seen glimpses of in the regular season. Not really anticipating that. The game is already in Dallas, so that's a huge advantage for the Dallas Cowboys. They get to play in Jerry World, so that's going to be huge playing for the Cowboys in front of their fans. Dallas Cowboys have the best record in the NFC as well, so they're a top team in the NFC right now. So I can't think of one legitimate reason for the Green Bay Packers to win this game other than Jordan Love is in a great situation. He's in a win-win. So yes, I get it. The Cowboys, they have all the things lined up for them to win, and they got the expectations to win. They're at home. They got home field advantage. They've been a better team all regular season. But you got to keep in mind, too, because this is kind of a dangerous game. See, even though there's no expectations for Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers, that's not necessarily always a bad thing because that makes them quite dangerous. There's no expectations for Jordan Love whatsoever, so he already shocked 80% of the league and 90% of the Packers fans by getting into the playoffs in his first year as a starter. If he plays bad, guess what people are going to say? It's okay. It's his first year. He's got to learn. He's got to go to the playoffs and lose. If he plays good, they're going to be like, damn, he's a good quarterback. He did the unthinkable. People are already expecting him to go in and lose this game. They don't have expectations of Jordan Love going in there and really balling out and shocking the world. So damn it, he should take risk on all these big throws. He should take risk with slinging a rock, going for the big deep throw and all of that stuff like that. He should go ahead, feel comfortable, ease up a little bit, allow some of the pressure to fall off his shoulders, because there's really no expectations for him to succeed in this situation or fail when you think about it, because it's a win-win. Either way, he's set up because there's no expectations. Take those risks. People aren't really expecting him to thrive. And I think doing that and following that type of thing, it could potentially lead to some sort of success and lead to a win. I doubt it happens, but that's my main point right there. There's a million other people here who doubt that Jordan Love goes in the game and actually wins. So that's kind of an advantage. And the Packers can use that to their advantage because, I mean, I'm sure there's people on the Cowboys side who's thinking that same thing. Like, oh, Packers don't really have that it factor that can put them over edge. So Cowboys better not sleep. They better come in with full throttle and expect to play a hard-fought game, because honestly, that's what's going to happen. Packers are still solid in other areas, defensively, run game. So they have some pieces there, but I would be very, very surprised if the Green Bay Packers won this game, primarily because Jordan Love is in his first, playoff game. So it'll be a big culture shock playing in the playoffs. They always say regular season and playoffs is a completely different atmosphere, and it's a completely different speed of the game, although he's been playing in the regular season. Because think about it, bro. People want it more. So, they're going to play harder. They're going to get to the ball faster. They're going to close out on those the small side passes and the swing passes and stuff like that. They're going to get to the ball a lot quicker in the playoffs because the game means a lot more. And the win is either win or go home. So it'll be tough, man, but hey, if you heard something you agree with, you disagree with, you like, you dislike, go ahead, shoot us a call, 219-413-9405. Dial that number, leave your quick take, leave a prediction on the game, or even if you watched or listened to this before the game, you know what, share your thoughts on the game, because when we come back Monday or Tuesday, possibly Wednesday, but look, when we come back next week with the episode, we can play your take. And then, you hear it like that. So go ahead, share your take, and then we'll play it back on our next episode. But anyway, man, look, be sure to follow me on Instagram at The Run Podcast. You can follow my personal as well at I am Manny Wilson. But shoot me a call, 219-413-9405. And until then, we will be back later on next week. And so on and so on and so on.